Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MMA game. It is your boy, the one and only, the Silverback Rasta, Cameron Roget, coming to you live from the MMA game studios in beautiful Chula Vista, California. Now, on today's episode, we are diving in fully into the UFC 309 Jones against Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight strap of the world. But before we start diving into that, I got to introduce you guys to, he is not Ruud Van Nistelrooy. He is not Eric Ten Hag, and he is not Ralph Ragnick. He is not the Manchester United new manager. It is my boy, the half of the MMA game, Ryan Cariss. Yo, Cariss, what's the word?
Yo, my gunner. My dude, my homie, my guy, his name is Cameron, Silverback Rasta Cam Roget, ladies and gentlemen, the best voice on the microphone out there. Yes, we are blessed, beyond blessed to be back in the studio.
Yes,
finally,
we are.
After a couple weeks and talk about UFC 309, John Jones versus Stipe Miocic.
It has finally arrived. We have finally got this fight. Yes. Finally. Everybody can now shut up about it. Please. It is here. We're going to see these two go after it. It should be a good fight.
Should be.
I think so. I think it's going to go all the way. I don't know who's going to win it. I don't know. But let me pump the brakes real quick, because I do want to talk about the fight night that we just had with Magny and Prates. Now, in that card, we had a fighter that I have to bring up because he's the only one that gives me true love on social media. It is my boy, Tresean Gore, getting it done. He's back from a long list of injuries back in
2 years off.
Got it done again. My guy, I've said it from the moment I saw him on The Ultimate Fighter. The guy is good, bro. He's good. He has a story that fucking hit my heartstrings, and I've been supporting him since I saw him on The Ultimate Fighter. So, Tresean, this is for you, my dude. Good shit. Good win. Can't wait to see you back in the octagon. Yep. And I hope you're fighting on that January card, because I heard that January card is supposed to be in beautiful Los Angeles. And if it is, your boy is going to be there, and hopefully I get to meet you in person. But if not, Tresean, I cannot wait to see you back in the octagon. Cariss, anything on my boy?
You said enough, bro. Tresean, well done, brother. Great guillotine choke. Way to finish that in the first round. My
nasty.
Yes. I'm so happy that he won, because he just came back too. Like, it was 2-year layoff. 100%. Well done for him.
And I love how they were showing the recap from the other fight when he won by guillotine submission. And you see him cranking that fucking neck. Very similar, but he didn't really crank it this time, but he still got it locked in. Fucking loaded. Love that shit. Now, I know after that, right, it got juicy after that, because after that we had Cody Stamann against Damon Blackshear. Damon won that by submission round 1. That was amazing, right? So the prelims got it going, because right after that, we had Matthew Semmelsberger against Charles Radke. I went Semmelsberger. You were talking about Radke. Oh, man, Radke's fucking legit. Holy shit.
That left hook. How many times did he throw that thing? Like 3 or 4 times, and caught him, like, just staggered him. It just made him just stood there for a second, like,
and that was it.
What just hit me?
Yeah,
like,
he had no clue.
What?
No clue what to do when it hit. And then when it got going, you already saw what was going to happen. Deer in fucking headlights.
Chuck Buffalo, guys. Chuck Buffalo. I don't think I'm going to go against him on the next one. I think I was kind of on the fence on that one, being hey, I don't know about this Chuck Buffalo. This one's going to be a good one. Make sure we watch this one. It was fun to watch.
He definitely came out on top, though. That was sick. That was sick. But I mean, the guy that I was probably hyping up a lot. Renier the Reader.
RDR.
Bro, he's legit. All I gotta say is the boy's legit, bro. He's legit.
He is.
And he came with one message: don't join one championship. That's what he said in the post. I don't know. I'm not a fighter yet, but hey, my man said don't join it. He came out, put on a good show, won by submission. What as I guess, because you don't really know Renner like that.
I didn't know RDR like that.
So what? Give me your viewpoint on, I guess, seeing him perform for the first time in the UFC.
Well, the one thing that I was thinking to myself was, this is the gatekeeper of the division in GM3. We've kind of said that a couple times in the past, because we don't see him going towards a belt, but yet he is good enough to be within the division and stop those guys that can't get past him, because he's got a really good ground game. He's got decent hands,
Mhm.
and that's why I say like he's more of like the gatekeeper type style, because for some reason he just can't get past that hurdle of those guys that have really good hands,
Yeah.
and he has decent hands because there's a mismatch when it comes to that. But when he goes on the ground, dude, he's got good game on the ground because he was giving RDR a little bit of a problem
Yeah.
on some of those submission attempts, and he was even reversing it a couple times to where he was able to get
Right.
into a dominant position. But RDR was just that good to be able to get past it, get past his guard, get past certain things, stand back up, throw hands. And it was an entertaining fight. So yes, he's another one within the division that's going to be causing a little bit of waves here.
Yeah.
It's not going to be big waves,
Yeah.
but it's going to be some waves.
I'll tell you, I think I like this guy so much because he is like the Dutch Dan Hooker. to me.
Oh, okay.
But a lot,
Without the
really good on the
tattoos?
ground. Really good on the ground.
Really good
though.
on the ground.
Like,
Yeah.
amazing on the ground. That's what he
Mhm.
is to me. Like, and he every time I see him, right, from one championship, now seeing him in the UFC,
Right.
he's just entertaining to me. Like, it's a good fight. He doesn't really, like, he talks a little bit, not too much, nothing crazy,
Mhm.
but it's his performances that really, really sell it for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
So hats off to him. Hats off.
Hopefully we'll see him on a pay-per-view or something coming
Yeah,
up.
I think-
Maybe
I mean,
early prelims or prelims. It might be a
He
little
passed the
throw
first
out there, but he
test.
did pass
passed the first
the
test.
gatekeeper.
So now we will see what the second one, whoever that shall be.
Mhm.
Now, in the main event, you did have Neil Magny against Carlos Prates,
Told you.
and
Told you. Told you.
boy, oh boy,
Told you.
boy, oh boy.
Yes.
Well, for those of you that didn't know, I called Cariss, and I told him, "Listen, bro, it's not. It's exactly what we called, but it's not how I thought it was going to be because it wasn't
No.
even a clean flush.
No,
It was
it was a bloop glance. Yeah, that's what happens when you get
And
knocked out a couple times in
Now
your
he was
in your,
out,
in your older
bro.
day. Out.
Told you he was out,
Out.
out.
And they
Out,
showed it a
out.
couple times, and even Lorosenko was like, that wasn't even clean. That was just a graze on his temple that
out.
hit him and just dunk on
Out.
that ground. Out.
Shooting for that takedown
Yeah.
still. That one
Didn't
leg.
even have his hands under him. Just
shooting
had
for
it
the
just
one leg. Like, oop.
I missed.
No, unfortunate.
I woke up. Where am I?
Unfortunate,
What
but Carlos Prates just showed he's a fucking problem
He
at that
is
weight
a
class. I loved
problem.
actually the end when did you see the picture with him, John Jones,
All the nerds.
all the nerds.
Yep.
Dude, I love
Yeah,
that.
that was
I
great.
fucking love that.
That was great.
Still shocked that John Jones is in the PI, not in Madison Square.
I know.
3-hour time difference, bro. But
I
hey, whatever. I'm not the GOAT.
whatever.
I'm not the GOAT.
Whatever.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, for Carlos, excited. I
Yes.
think for him, there's a ton of people I think you could throw at him in the welterweight division.
Right.
Who would you think would do the trick?
I'd have to look at it. Do you want to pull it up, or do we? Because he needs a top 15 guy. I would almost say maybe 11 or 12.
Okay.
Right around that area. Now, the one thing that we haven't seen from him just yet, and tell me if I'm wrong, I could have maybe missed this, but I haven't seen his ground game yet. Okay, so we're needing to see somebody test him on his feet
Yeah.
to where it needs to be like, okay, cool, we're pretty similar with hands on the feet, even though
Yeah.
Prates has an
Yeah.
insane left hand and just sets
Mhm.
people up. But then if it's going to go to the ground, how's he going to perform on the ground? So I don't know, but I can see it by the look on your face and the sound of your voice that you might have found somebody in like
I would
top
say
15.
Carlos cracks into the 15 now
Yes,
because he
for
beat
sure.
Neil Magny, so
Yes,
he'll take his
because
spot.
15 is Neil Magny.
So I'll
So I
number
say,
14, Vicente Luque.
okay, he's fighting Nick Diaz
13.
coming up, so
That's
doesn't
not
count.
happening.
Oh, it's probably not happening.
That's not. I just saw a video of
You
Nick
saw him
Diaz.
in on the corner lighting on
Yeah,
that fire.
He's not fighting.
Nick, what's wrong?
He's not
Nothing.
fighting, bro.
Nothing.
He's not fighting.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's something wrong with that guy.
I hope everything's okay with
CT,
him.
I
I
know.
hope that's not even fucking him.
I hope it wasn't either.
But I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, move on.
14, Vicente Luque. 13, Michael Venom Page. Yeah, that's why I smiled a little bit. 12, Michael Morales.
Ooh, Michael Miles Morales.
11,
That's our other guy.
Steven
That's my
Thompson.
guy. Oh shit.
10, Jeff Neal.
Give him Jeff Neal.
9, Joaquin Buckley.
Oh, Joaquin's not taking that fight because he's
Nope.
moving up.
No,
Jeff Neal might take that fight.
Wait, I ain't done yet. Because there's the next guy I think could do it. Number 8, Gilbert Burns.
Oh shit.
Ground, good,
ground
standing,
good, and stand up
good.
good. Fought with Hamzat and was able to take Hamzat's punches. So therefore, it's like, wait, can I take this guy's punches too? Ooh,
That's why I think Gilbert would be a good one.
Gilbert would be a good one. And who was 11 or 12? Sorry, you said another good name.
11 was Steven Thompson. No,
there was 12 or 13.
12 Michael Morales. 13 is Michael Venom Page. Those are all standing guys.
So I don't
Right.
like those because that would kick
it's all right.
MVP out.
There-
That would kick out
There's another one
Miles
here that,
Morales out, and I want both of them to go up.
there's another one.
Who you got?
7, you have Ian Machado Gary, but he's not. I know he's your favorite.
Who?
He's not going to be fighting.
Who?
This one right here, I think would be a good one. Number 6, Colby Covington. I mean, he's high up there, but he also hasn't fucking
Yes.
fought in forever.
He
So
hasn't,
I
but
don't
he's-
give a
But
fuck.
he's talking with somebody
Throw.
right now. I forget who he was talking with. That it would actually
It's
be a good
number
fight.
4, Jack Della. We actually have a tie here for number 4. So number 4 is Jack Della,
Yeah.
and also number 4 is Sean Brady.
Okay.
I don't think he deserves any of those guys.
Put them against each other. Yeah.
Nah, save Sean.
I
baby.
I like number 8, but the problem is Durinho. That means you're out. Durinho winning.
Number 3, Shavkat. Number 2, Kamaru, and then number 1, Leon. I'm okay with doing Sean against Leon.
Sean against Leon.
Sean Brady.
Oh, excuse me.
Sean Brady against Leon Edwards, bro.
Wow.
That's a fight.
That is a fight.
That's a
because that's a number one contender fight right there too.
That's a fight.
But the other one is they want to bring Leon in to be able to replace for this coming up. See, yeah,
I'm gonna tell you this: if we haven't heard that since
about December,
since Bilal fucking dropped
out, and we haven't got a replacement yet,
ain't happening.
Yeah.
It's not.
And how many guys threw out their name out there?
Here's another
like
thing.
A bunch.
When's the last time you heard about fucking Leon Edwards since he lost the fucking belt?
Nothing. I've heard nothing about the guy.
Exactly.
Nothing. Like seriously, like is he having another fight coming up? Is he injured?
Nope.
Is he taking time off?
Nope.
Are they planning on putting him back in because they have a London card coming up? Like,
you know why? He fucked up by losing that fight. He fucked up by losing that fight.
He did.
Talked all that shit about Bilal. Fucked up by losing that fight because now nobody gives a fuck.
Could care less. Right?
You were making fun of him.
And they're not trying to bring him back into the picture to be like another chance.
Yeah, well, fuck. Yeah. Do you remember his name?
I remember his name. We were saying it the whole time that he was going to win, so
bruh,
I remember the name.
Leon, fucking hell. Like, and it just sucks because I like Leon too.
Brother.
But anyways, so looking at it, I would say the best candidate for the job would be Gilbert Burns.
I think so. Out of all of that, that makes the most amount of sense. The only bad thing about it, and this is just being a fan, right? This is just following Durinho and being like, Durinho, you're going to lose, and then you're going to be irrelevant within the UFC, within that division, because you already said that you're going for one more title shot, and you lost your last fight. So for him to get this one, and then
I think he has a couple more fights in here, though.
Well, he does, but nothing going towards the belt.
He could do Joaquin Buckley, the loser of Joaquin Buckley.
Who MVP was being lined up with somebody to try to get him back towards it.
No clue. But yeah, I think MVP that'd be a good fun one. MVP needs some fun fights in this weight class, though.
He does. See, but I wouldn't want him to fight Pratas just for the fact that if Pratas beats him, then MVP just came into the UFC for a couple fights and he's out.
Yeah, you also got to remember there is a belt that it has catch weight on it that is still up for grabs.
BMF?
Yeah, 100%. So even though like these guys are losing these maybe for the gold, they could still go for the silver, which is the BMF.
See, but I still am on your page about Connor and Max fighting. I still think that'd be a great one.
Yeah, but somebody has to win that fight. So who's the next man up? You telling me you wouldn't want to see Max against Michael Venom Page if they could do a catch weight?
I would. 165.
You telling me
165.
You wouldn't want to see Connor against, let's just say, I'm gonna just throw names
Chandler?
out there for a BMF, right? You wouldn't want to see Connor against.
Who you got?
Fuck it. You wouldn't want to see Connor against like a Leon for a BMF. You wouldn't want to see Connor against a Colby for a BMF.
Yes, but I wouldn't want to give Colby the opportunity to even have his name have the chance to be BMF because he's
these guys who aren't able to go for gold, you got to give them something else to fight for. And I think if they're gonna make the BMF something, you need to have two.
You do.
You need to have one
have to have
for
like
the
a weight
lower,
limit. Yeah,
for the lower, and you need to have one for the higher.
Like 170,
there is
155 and below, and then 170 up.
You could do with a heavier weight class.
You can.
And I mean, look at Izzy right now. Izzy could be fighting for a BMF against some of the heavyweights that maybe aren't like fucking Jan. Where the fuck Jan been? Where's Jan
Jan's
been?
waiting for his title fight again. He's waiting patiently.
The fuck he been? Like,
you don't know.
The man's about to be 60 years old the next time he fights for the fucking shot.
He's gonna be 41. I know that.
Like there's so many other guys. Like again, I think
I agree with you on that on weight. Like it needs to be 170 and up and 155
just
and
two.
below.
I'm not asking for three belts.
That's it.
Just two. One for lower, one for higher.
And I have to say this: I'm very happy with the UFC for not putting the BMF belt on with Topuria and Holloway, because part of our conversation, no, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with our conversation earlier when I said, watch, the BMF belt is then going to be with the guy who's holding the strap. And I don't like it when it's going to be a guy holding the strap. Even if Max won, it would be BMF and holding the strap. It'd be like, okay, well, now which one do you put on the line?
Right.
I want the person that has the BMF belt to not have the strap. That's what, to me, that's because it's a completely different entity.
I like it for, I guess, the sake that when the young lion comes in and takes out the old lion.
True.
It still gives the old lion something to fight for.
Which is why he still has the BMF belt.
That's why I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Because I mean the new generation's coming. we ain't gonna be avoiding it.
No.
The new generation.
It's already
coming,
here. Part of it's already
and
here.
it's here,
Yeah.
and it's fucking scary.
Topuria being one of them.
Tom Aspinall being another
one. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's
Damn.
scary. It's scary. Now, who knows what's going to happen with their careers and their title runs now? But I mean, if they could keep on the same trajectory that they're on now, bro, sky is the motherfucking limit.
Fun to watch.
Fun to watch.
Wow.
Fun. All right. Anything else on that previous fight night?
No, I thought it was decent.
Yeah,
Decent.
Decent.
Right? Enough to watch, but
that's actually like perfect for this UFC 309. I would say that the card on paper is decent.
Yeah, but you could get good fights.
You could get
a bangers, a couple, but
I wish
just gonna be random.
For MSG, I thought they'd put some more star power on there.
Right. You have to be invited to this one, but we did lose one fight.
Yeah,
we did lose one.
We did.
So that was maybe one of the ones that they were kind of counting on people following. People don't know.
You go ahead.
It was Anthony Smith versus who was
Dominic Reyes.
Dominic Reyes, excuse me. Sorry, Dom. I don't even know who got injured there. I don't even know who pulled out, but they didn't find another fight for either of those, so I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Maybe they might bring it back this week. I don't know. We'll find out on UFC Embedded. By the way, watch UFC Embedded this week. Started today.
So, you know what else starts? Is the early prelims. The early prelims. Guys, in the first fight in the early prelims, we have in the women's flyweight division, Veronica Hardy against Eduarda Mora.
Veronica Hardy, yes.
In the next fight after that, we have in the men's welterweight division, Oban Elliott against Basil Hafez.
Watch that one, guys. I'm giving this one as potentially early prelims fight of the night. Watch that one. That's going to be a good one.
Very good pick by my man, Cariss. Also in the men's welterweight division, we have Ramiz Brahimaj against Mickey Gall. And then in your main event on the early prelims, we have Marcin Tybura against Jota Danes, and that is going to be in the men's heavyweight division. Nice. The big boys.
Bangers.
Next in the prelims, there's only 3 fights on the prelims, right? We have Damon Jackson against Jim Miller in the men's lightweight division.
Let's go, Jim Miller.
Yeah, last time we saw Jim, he got beat up.
He sure did. Damn it. Why'd you have to bring that up?
Because we saw it in person. I just remember how small he was, and that shocked me.
Yeah, it was.
He's
5'9", 5'. He's your size. What are you talking about?
He looked tinier than me, bro. He looked tiny.
He didn't look very thick on that one.
No,
he
looked tiny. And
well, he was weighing in at 155. So what do you expect? Like,
he looked tiny.
He did look tiny.
He looked real small. Anyways, next in the men's middleweight division, we have Chris Weidman against Eric Anders.
Don't break your leg.
And then this is actually pretty cool because we actually got to see this guy, and we actually were on TV for this fight.
Sure were.
In the men's bantamweight division, we have Jonathan Martinez against Marcus McGee. Dap that man up after he fucking won. It was pretty badass.
Sure did.
That was sick. That was fucking
sick. Who you pulling
sick.
for on that one?
I got Marcus McGee.
I got Marcus McGee too.
Even
the Martinez, even though he's gonna be trouble. Is that it for?
That's it on the early prelims and the prelims. That is it.
Pick from the hat. Pick from the hat. And I forget who did last time. So since you're the voice on the mic, get after it. Fans or yours? Fans?
Came out the hat.
Who did you get?
Like the Goblet of Fire. Mora. They have Mora. So you are actually going against Veronica Hardy.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Because I think Veronica Hardy gets that one.
I think so too. I said it right when you said her name. I was like, ooh, Veronica Hardy.
I like her.
And who do you got?
Ooh, I have.
I'm gonna try the fire from the hat.
Conor McGregor.
Shut
No, I have McGee. I have McGee.
I'll take McGee. That's a good one.
I got McGee. I'm happy with that.
Oh, I got Brahimaj.
Ooh,
who's Brahimaj?
Brahimaj is fighting against Mickey Gall.
Oh, I'd rather have Mickey Gall, but I'll take Brahimaj. All right.
Yeah, I mean they're both coming off of unanimous decision losses.
There you go.
So. And he actually lost to Timba Karumba.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah, that's not good.
So
yeah, it's not good. I'd rather have the other one.
All good. So
yes, it is.
Main card. Yes. We are going to give you guys 3 stats on 3 fights.
Yep.
So on these first 2 fights, we're just going to go and tell you guys who we pick and who we think is going to win. So first fight on the main card, we have Mauricio Ruffy against James Yontop in the men's lightweight division. Ruffy is coming off a win against Jamie Malarkey. Yontop's coming up a loss, split decision against Borchev.
Okay. I'm going Ruffy.
You're going Ruffy.
I'm gonna go Ruffy. He's also 10-1-0, like a guy that only has one loss within his career, and
Ruffy.
he's starting off the UFC 309 main card. It's got to be at least a little bit decent.
Ruffy, older fighter, huh?
You're going Yanta?
No, because that win against Jamie Malarkey is pretty big. So I'm definitely going against. I'm going with Ruffy. I'm going
because of the Jamie Malarkey fight. That's a good one.
100%.
That's a good one. All right.
100%. Next, after that, we have in the women's flyweight division, we have Viviane Araujo against Cariss Silva. Cariss Silva is also on a 4-fight win streak. She won her last fight by unanimous decision against Da Silva, which Viviane has lost her last fight by unanimous decision. So Viviane is coming in at 37 years old, and Cariss coming in at 30 years old.
Silva. You see that guy? Silva.
Big differences there. And yes, I agree with you, Cariss. I'm definitely going with Silva.
Silva. Yeah. Ooh.
Now, in the next fight, guys, we have in the men's middleweight division, we have Paul Craig against Bo Nickal.
Hey. In the middleweight division of 185 pounds, from Scotland, Paul Bearjew Craig is the underdog in this fight at plus 650. So if you want to make a little bit of money on Paul Bearjew Craig, you might have an opportunity because he has very good jiu-jitsu, and he could take out Bo Nickal on this one. It's potential, but it's a plus 650.
Yeah, but unfortunately, all fights start standing.
They sure do.
We know our boy
he wants to go straight to the ground and ankle pick and do whatever he can to get to the ground. No, Bo's not going to make it that easy for you.
Hands.
Yeah, he is 36 years old, stands at 6'3", and his fighting style is kung fu. He does have a professional record of 17 victories and 8 defeats and 1 draw, 4 wins by KO, 13 wins by submission, and 11 first-round finishes. He does have 18 UFC fights, 9 victories, 8 defeats, 1 draw. Currently coming off a KO defeat over Cal Borrello back in May of 2024. So he's coming off of a loss. And not surprised because we called Cal on that one. We said we were going to win that one. Right. From USA, his name is Bo Blue Chip Nickal. He is the favorite in this fight at negative 1,000. So yeah, if you want to lose a little bit of money, bet on Bo. You're going to make a little bit, but you're not going to win a lot. So
I would just do Paul Craig for the hell of it. $20 on Paul Craig.
Might as well. Plus 650. Yeah, $20 on Paul Craig. Blue Chip is 28 years old, stands at 6'1", and his fighting style is a wrestler. He does have a professional record of 6 victories and 0 defeats, meaning he is undefeated in his professional career. He's got 2 wins by KO, 4 wins by submission, and 6 first-round finishes. He has 3 UFC fights, currently on 3 victories. Submission victory over Cody Brundage back in April of 2024. I'm going with Bo Blue Chip Nickal. There's no question in my mind on this one. I don't need to give you any stats, any reason of why he is going to win this fight. But Paul Bearjew Craig might get an ankle pick or might get a knee or something in order to be able to take him out because he is that good at jiu-jitsu.
Well, I think I'm going Bo, but I do hope that we get to see how good Bo is in the wrestling department.
Yes.
Because of Paul Craig's jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I hope.
I know.
I just want to see how good Bo Nickal is. Because to be honest, I don't think the man has been fully tested
in
yet.
the octagon.
In the octagon.
Right.
So I want to see it.
Right.
And I only keep hearing how good he is. So I want to see it, and I hope Paul Craig brings the best
because he went against Gordon Ryan, and Gordon Ryan questioned like, wait, you're only a blue belt in jiu-jitsu? How are you only a blue belt in jiu-jitsu? It's because he's only been doing jiu-jitsu for a couple years now, but his wrestling is so elite that he even thinks that he's a purple or brown belt, which he could probably turn into.
Wild.
But yeah, and Paul Bearjew Craig, I believe, is a black belt. So
gotta be.
Yeah, gotta be. So yeah.
Yeah, but the striking, that's where he gets nervous.
Watch that
the striking.
That's what I can say.
Now, the next fight is actually going to be the co-main event of the evening. It is also going to be my pick for fight of the night because there is a lot of things on the line for this fight.
Major.
It's called Red Panty Night.
Yes, this is meaning something.
Lightweight division, we have Charles Olivera against Michael Chandler. Oh, man, who is going to get the Red Panty Night after this fight?
I got one question for you. Who do you think is favored in this fight right now? Without looking, who would you favor in this fight?
Well, Charles won the last fight.
Okay.
Michael had a very long layoff. Very long
Only
layoff.
2 years plus. Yeah.
Michael looked good though.
He did.
But I'm going Charles as the favorite.
Okay, nice.
But that's not my pick. That is not my pick. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking tell you my
might
pick
as well
now.
say it.
I'm going Michael Chandler wins this fight, and I think Michael Chandler knocks him the fuck out. Hear me out. The reason why I'm saying this is Michael Chandler has one thing on his mind is getting Conor McGregor. The only way he stays relevant is if he wins this fight. So he understands that this is going to be the epitome. This is the fucking top right here. He needs this fight because if he loses this, he loses McGregor.
Completely.
It's out. It's out the window.
Yes.
And Charles is going to step in on that.
Yes.
It's almost like, hey, who wants it more? So I hope for fucking Chandler. He's been out for a long time. I guess I don't like the guy because he's going against my guy. Right. I don't give a fuck. I want him to win.
Yes.
I want him to win, and I want him to do it early, first round knockout.
Oh, all righty. Yes. In the lightweight division of 155 pounds from Brazil, UFC's number 2 ranked lightweight in the world. His name is Charles DaBronx. Olivera is the favorite in this fight at negative 258. That's actually a little bit high for my feel on that one, but makes a little bit of sense because DaBronx is 35 years old, stands at 5'10". His fighting style is jiu-jitsu. He does have a professional record of 34 victories, 10 defeats, 10 wins by KO, 21 wins by submission. He does have 33 UFC fights, 22 victories and 10 defeats and 1 no contest. Currently coming off a loss to Arman Sarukian back in April of 2024. So he is coming off of a loss, ladies and gentlemen. It kind of tells you a little something right there that he has a little bit of hunger trying to get back in this fight, so it makes it that much more entertaining from his perspective. From USA, UFC's number 7th ranked lightweight in the world. His name is Iron. Michael Chandler is the underdog of this fight at plus 210. Iron Mike is 38 years old, stands at 5'8", and his fighting style is a wrestler. He does have a professional record of 23 victories and 8 defeats, 11 wins by KO, 7 wins by submission, and 13 first-round finishes. He has 5 UFC fights, 2 victories and 3 defeats, currently coming off a submission defeat over Dustin Poirier back in November of 2022 on this one. Now, I have been going back and forth on this one because DaBronx is an absolute beast in that octagon. Knowing that, it's tough to go against him, but knowing that Michael Chandler has all of this riding on the line. He's not coming in here for a long time. He's coming in here for a good time. Yeah. And he needs to be able to keep that good time rolling so he can get back to his red panties night. So if he doesn't do that, he's going to have problems moving forward. So he needs to play smart on this one because he wasn't playing smart on his last time when he fought DaBronx, and he got caught there at the end, and he knew he did.
And that was for the strap,
That
remember?
was for the strap.
Because it was
he almost took him out in round 1.
It was a vacant belt.
Yes, it was.
Right? So
it was huge.
He could have been the fucking champ.
He could have been the champ. He was almost the champ. He was like a couple seconds away from being the champ because he clipped him and knocked him down in the first round, but just unfortunately wasn't able to finish it because Charles Oliveira stayed on his back and didn't come up for anything. And then he went on.
Charles was putting his head on the ground and
he
kept firing and missing. Yeah.
And then he got on top of him and I was like, no, get up, bro. Make him stand up and fight you. Yeah. So I'm going with Iron Michael Chandler on this one. It's a tough one because, disclaimer, guys, no surprise at all here if Charles Oliveira wins this fight. No surprise at all. And no surprise if he moves forward and potentially has a fight for the title or even with Conor McGregor.
I'd be surprised if he knocks him out. I think if
Charles knocks out.
Yeah, I think Charles wins is by submission.
Yeah. That's I thank you for saying it because I feel the same way. He's going to try to take his back and get this to the ground and try to get on his back and choke him out. That's what he's going to try to do.
Don't be surprised if you see a Darce.
Ooh.
Don't be surprised.
Okay.
Don't be surprised.
Just come on, Iron Mike. You got to win this, bro, because you need your red panties night, and we need that.
And
we need that Conor McGregor.
Conor will be watching this fight.
He might even be in the crowd.
Very close.
He might even be there.
Oh, if he's there, that's going to be wild.
Do you know who else is going to be there?
I'm going to lose my shit if he's going to be there.
You know who's going to be there? The President of the United States of America. The newly crowned President of the United States of America.
Well, he ain't sworn in yet.
Well, no, but you know what I mean. Like he's gonna be there.
Yeah,
he's gonna be at MSG. He's either at MSG or he's at T-Mobile. He's one of the two.
It's definitely. MSG probably.
Why would you not? Why would he not be there for John Jones fight too? Like, why would you not? Be there if you're the president.
That would be
soon to be. Yeah.
Soon to be.
We've been waiting on this one. We have because
in the main event in the men's heavyweight division, we have Stipe Miocic, the challenger, taking on the champion John Bones Jones.
In the heavyweight division of 265 pounds, we're gonna have a title fight for the strap, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna start with UFC's number 8th ranked heavyweight in the world. Stipe Miocic is the underdog in this fight at plus 425. That's a big number, bro. That's way bigger than I thought that it was going to be. Yes, Stipe is 42 years old, stands at 6'5", and his fighting style is a boxer. That's why this fight is staying on his feet, is not going to the ground. He has a professional record of 28 victories and 4 defeats, 15 wins by KO, 3 title defenses. That's very difficult within the heavyweight division, ladies and gentlemen. He has 18 UFC fights, 14 victories and 4 defeats, currently come off of KO defeat from Francis Ngannou back in March of 2021. So he's been out for 3+ years, guys. Yes, but we do have a couple of honorable mentions for our guy, Stipe Miocic here. Let's start with Joey Beltran. Yeah. Phil DeFries. Yeah, that's a name. Stefan Struve. Yep. Roy Nelson. Gabriel Gonzaga. JDS ×2. Mark Hunt. Yes. Andre Arlovsky, Fabricio Verdum, Alistair Overeem, and Francis Ngannou ×2, and DC, Daniel Cormier ×2.
Is it 2 or 3?
2.
It was 2?
Yeah. As far as I know. Yeah, I wrote down 2. Should be 2.
So
somebody has something wrong, I'm wrong.
They evened out? I don't know why I thought Stipe had the lead on him.
Stipe won the last one.
Yeah,
he lost the first one and lost the second
knockout,
one.
right?
The first one was a nasty knockout, and the second one was DC was winning, and then the body shots. Exactly. Body shots. And DC even said it. He's like, dude, I don't know where he found that hole, but he found that hole right on my side right there and knocked it over and over and over. And that's what changed the entire fight. Yeah. Because from USA, UFC's reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Johnny Bones Jones is the favorite in this fight at -625. -625. Yeah, that's a big number. He's 35 years old, stands at 6'4", and his fighting style is a freestyle. He does have a professional record of 27 victories and 0 defeats. Yes, his one loss got taken off his record because the no longer 12-6 is no longer in the system and got taken off his record.
Really?
So that got taken away. They didn't take it off his record as far as on like the posts and everything.
Yeah.
But they said that fight has now been reversed and changed out, which I'm kind of against. But at the same time, that's the way I'm going to say it because
I mean,
that's
he
what
wasn't
happens.
losing that fight.
He wasn't. He was winning that
He
fight.
was beating the shit out of that.
It was
boy.
27 victories and 1 defeat, but I'm going to say that defeat is gone because they've taken it away. He's got 10 wins by KO, 7 wins by submission. He's got 23 UFC fights, 21 victories, 1 defeat, which was overturned. And he's got 1 no contest coming off of a submission victory over Cyril Gahn back at UFC heavyweight title back in March of 2023. We do have a couple honorable mentions for John Jones. We'll start with Stephan Bonner. Yeah. Matt Hamill, Brandon Vera, Ryan Bader, Shogun Hua, Rampage, Machida, Rashad Evans, Vitor Belfort, Chael Sonnen, Alexander Gustafsson ×2, Glover Teixeira, DC, OSP, Anthony Smith, Thiago Santos, Dominic Reyes, and Cyril Gahn.
I think you should also mention
Good Lord.
all these guys when he fought them.
They're all for the title. Yeah. It's all for the main. Right?
They're in their prime.
Yes.
It wasn't like a washed up fucking.
Not a washed up Stipe.
They.
You like that?
Stipe ones.
Oh, that hurts. Yeah.
The other guys, like, fuck.
Yes.
Bro.
Yeah.
John, he's a freak.
And before you say it, I'm going Stipe.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow, that's a curveball.
Oh, yeah, I'm going
That is a
Stipe because
curveball.
I'm betting on this staying on the feet. I'm betting on Stipe having faster hands because John Jones has gone up in weight. Since he's gone up in weight, he actually hasn't been tested with his hands. I've seen him hitting mitts, and it actually looks like he's hitting it a little bit slower than he was when he was a light heavyweight. And Stipe's a wrestler, so therefore he's going to stop his takedowns. He's not going to be able to take this to the ground. If he does, he's going to be able to get back up because Stipe's a stud. And I see Stipe knocking him out in round number 3 or TKO round number 3. I pray that happens.
Man.
I pray that happens.
Well, my little talking shit here is going to start off with since John Jones is 27-0, Khabib is nowhere above John Jones in any kind of fucking rankings because you just look at who John Jones fought compared to Khabib.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that's why we say the honorable mention, guys. You got to know what he went through.
You have to put John Jones over Khabib.
You have to.
All right, I'm done talking shit.
No, you're going to talk more shit.
Now, with who I think is going to win the fight, I think it's going to go to the 5th round.
You think it's going 5?
I think it's going 5 because I know you've been mentioning the standing up on the ground, standing up, standing.
Standing up on the ground.
John Jones is going to be smart and take this thing down.
He's going to.
John Jones is going to try and take this man to deep waters because I think he believes he's better than him on the ground, but he's also better than him on the feet. Now, I hope that we see a longer fight for John so we could really see how good he is at the heavyweight.
Right.
Because the Cyril Gane one was just a quick little warm-up.
Yeah, we didn't get to see anything.
Yes. So, without further ado, my pick for this fight is going to be John Jones by fifth round decision.
Really?
By decision. I think John Jones gets it done by decision, and I think there's only one more thing he can do.
You think he's going to lay on him?
There's only one more thing he can do for me. It's not retire. There's one fight that he has to do.
It's got to be Tom Aspinall.
In LA.
But it's got to be Alex.
It's not Tom Aspinall.
It's Alex Pereira.
It is not Tom Aspinall.
It's Alex Pereira.
Tom has not proven himself to this man yet.
Did I say his name? Alex Pereira?
It is.
That he's asking for? Yeah, he's asking
the
for
Brazilian Terminator.
Yeah, but people are calling him a bitch because he's trying to flake out from Tom Aspinall and go to. They think that's a little bitch move.
Whoever's calling him a bitch, look at resumes. Who has Tom fought? Exactly, crickets.
Right.
Who has Pereira fought?
Everybody.
Who has Pereira cleaned out?
Everybody within the division.
So you telling me John Jones wouldn't want to go against that? John Jones likes.
Oh, I know John wants to go for it.
John Jones
I know he does.
wants. Hey, you got to think it's money.
It also solidifies his goat.
Also, by him putting down Tom, it's making the fans now be a little bit more vibrant. We want it. Yeah. Perfect. Because the more the fans talk, guess whose like bank account is going to get a little bit higher.
John
if he
Jones'
takes a
bank
fight.
account's going to keep.
Come on, guys. Hey, we all grew up in the WWF Attitude Era. Hey, last I checked, same company.
Yep, it's WWE, but it's WWF.
Hey,
it wasn't.
They gonna milk this motherfucker.
Wasn't the World Wildlife Federation?
I don't want to see John against Tom. I do want to see John against Alex because I think that to me is a fight. Like that's
it's two giants. It's standing up.
That's two fucking giants in the game right now, currently. Not saying Tom isn't a giant, but if you look at it, the game right now, this whole year would not be successful without Alex Pereira.
Mm-hmm. And he even tried to step up for the missed fight in December.
You give me that.
He even said, "Hey, let me fill in for 310."
You give me that.
But he couldn't
fight.
do it because his hands were hurting a little bit.
You give me John Jones, Alex Pereira, January 18th at
in LA,
the Clippers Arena.
Jeez.
With the co-main Islam against Arman Sarukian. That's the card. That's the fucking card to make. That's the card. That's your main. That's your co-main.
Can you put Connor on there with Michael Chandler? Because Michael Chandler's gonna win.
Nah, you can't do that.
Because he's got to be main.
Connor's got to be the main event, and you can't do it. You can't do it. I mean, do you think Connor's gonna go on the third?
No.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. But if you had to throw somebody in there for the third, we making this a special card? We making this an card?
It's got to be special because we already lost one. We already lost one. We got to have another special. What do you got?
Hamzat Chimaev.
Yay! Versus
Israel Adesanya. You put that as the third. You put that as the fucking third.
And Israel loses.
You put that as the third.
Israel loses.
You put, hey, this is the number one contenders fight.
Yeah.
Whoever wins this gets the title shot.
Yeah, Israel's losing. Sorry. Hamzat's taking his ass down and choking him out just like he did.
Give me that.
Just like he did to the Reaper. Ooh, Reaper has way better ground game than Izzy.
I'm just putting it out there.
You just want a dead body out there, don't you? You just want Izzy to die on that weekend. Yeah.
Man, do you think he dies though?
A little bit. I think his aura dies on that one. Yeah,
he better be working on that ground game.
That's gone.
Better be working on that ground game.
He didn't work on it in the last one.
Oof, very true. Very true. DD motherfucking P. Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's gonna be my pick. I got John.
That's good. And for the fight of the night, you have the
fight of the night. I'm going Michael Chandler against
Olivera.
Charles DaBronx.
I agree with that one on the main card, but on the early prelims, go with Hafez and the Oban Elliott.
Oban Elliott. Correct. Correct.
That'd be a good one.
Did you get a chance to see the fighter shorts?
No.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick little reveal here, guys, with my boy Cariss, so he could see the shorts because I want to get his take on what he thinks. Because there's one of them, it threw me off. I saw it and I was like, "What the fuck? This is what you picked?"
Say who I picked?
No, what the fighter picked.
Oh, okay.
So these are Chandler's. Chandler's are pretty basic.
Oh, for the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty basic. American flag.
Is there anything on it?
It's American flag. It's just in black. You see the stars?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Right. Basic. Pretty cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool how it's all black. This is John Jones.
I saw something on this one.
It took me a while to figure out what it was, but it's a lion's mouth.
Oh, there it is.
You see
what's on the right
two
side?
lions. So you have the Philippians and then the cross.
That's actually pretty dope.
Right.
It's clean. It's clean.
Cool.
It's clean.
And then Charles DaBronx.
Oh, I did see those. What is it? Is it the favela? Is that all the tops for the favela? What is it?
I don't, bro. I tried figuring that out too. It just looks like patterns.
So I'm saying, like, it almost looks like the doors on the favela when you like look down it. Like you see all the different colors for all like the patterns.
He's gonna have to explain himself.
What it is.
But I mean, now that you saw him, which ones you like? Which ones you don't like?
I like the simplicity of Chandler's because I like American flag and stuff like that.
Yeah.
John's was hard to see, right? You kind of have to like sit there and stare at it. You can't really look at it right away. I do like DaBronx though.
Yeah,
I think that's actually pretty clean.
Okay.
But the one I do like is Max Holloway's. That's the one I really like.
Oh, that's crazy because you know what? I actually just put an order in and I bought some shorts, some UFC shorts.
I know who you got. I know you got.
I got these.
No,
I got
Tapuria shorts. Those are pretty dope. Except for he had to take out my guy in them, so they're not that dope.
Coming to a jiu-jitsu school near you.
Are they shorts or are they the tights?
They're the tights.
Okay,
tights.
so you're gonna wear them as spats a little bit, or wear them for under?
I'll wear them as spats.
Okay,
that's my spats.
Okay.
So you can see my man junk.
Okay, but you got to wear shorts over those, please. I don't want to see your junk.
Well,
guys, don't go into the gym wearing tight ass stuff, please. Don't. Nobody wants to see your junk. Put some shorts on over it, please. Women,
but these are competition ready. Look at these.
Yeah,
fucking hell. And they're gold too. You know why they're gold?
Well, because he's the champ. Yeah. Why you trying to kick me while I'm down, bro?
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't even see that. It has BMF on the back.
No, it does not. Shut the fuck.
I'm just fucking
you see
with
how I looked for a second? I'm like, wait a minute. They did not. He did that. He might have taken an iron and like ironed it on himself.
Ooh, boy.
BMF. Yeah. By the way, I saw the BMF belt on sale for $850.
No, that's a lot.
What it was.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, for him, that's pocket change.
It is. It's nothing for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the UFC probably said here.
He bought his.
Hold
just
this.
like Max said, he bought his.
Hold this.
Max earned his. He bought
He
his.
did. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna leave it alone. I already got you enough. I got you enough today.
I know.
But I mean, other than that, dude. Anything else?
I lost in my tournament this weekend. Yeah, it was not a good weekend for me. I'm not gonna lie on that one because
first you got to change it. It wasn't a loss. It was a learning weekend.
It was a learning weekend. It was a learning experience. And I don't want to give any excuses because I made the mistake on one of them for sure. Because I won my first match. I won by a disqualification by the other guy. He actually did a reap on my right knee and he turned my knee in. He's not supposed to be doing that. So therefore, since he reaped, my coach was calling out being like, you can't do that. Guys, my leg was going like this. And all of a sudden it started going like this on the inside. Hurt my meniscus a little bit. So I'm a little bit sore on that one. I wasn't happy about that, but he got disqualified. So I won round one. In my heart, I didn't win. So that kind of hurts a little bit, right? Like I didn't get my hand raised by being like, yeah, you won by points, you won by submission, you won by doing what you need to do. Mm-hmm. So to me, that didn't really count as a win, right?
Right.
So I go into my next fight and I unfortunately lose by points, which sucks because he had me on a takedown and I switched out of it. I got to better position. We were actually tied. And then I was trying to change position and he got his foot in the way and got his arm under to where then he took my back. And then I got out of the back really easy and was on top, but I just couldn't score any more points. So he actually won based off points, which sucked because I felt that I was getting the better of him and winning the positions. Right. He just got points really quick and was able to kind of hold on to it. And my coach is even saying, this guy's not trying to like submit you or anything. He's just trying to get points and trying to win. Yeah. Which is exactly what he did. All right. Now, the thing about it, here's my one excuse, but I don't want excuses, right? But at the same time, you can't replicate a jiu-jitsu tournament. You cannot replicate it within the gym because you're going so hard. in the tournament that you can't replicate that speed within the gym no matter what. And I've talked to everybody within it saying the same exact thing, being like, there's no way you can do that because your heart's beating, your adrenaline's going, you're going against somebody that's doing the same exact thing. And when you're in the gym, you just can't replicate that. So it sucks. So after the first fight, I had 5 minutes in between before my next fight. And then on my next fight, I went 5 minutes for the entire thing, and I had forearm pump. I'm tired. I'm not used to it. They were immediately going to make me fight right after that, the very next round. And I looked at the guy and I was like, dude, I just went. Like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to go.
Yeah.
So the next fight went, I got a little break in between, and then I went to the next one. And I swear to you, I was fatigued. Like, I was feeling a little bit to where I was just like, I'm not ready to get in there and just go 100% because I'm just not with it. And that's my excuse. But again, I don't want excuses. And when I went in, we were there for 20 seconds maybe. I went in for a takedown because I saw a hole, kept my head on the outside. Unfortunately, I should have put it on the inside. And right when I put it on the outside, he wrapped me up in a guillotine and had it tight, had an arm in, had it under. And I tried for a split second to get out. He had it tight. I had to tap. And I was not happy about that because that was my fault by sticking my head on that side. Yeah. And I knew that I shouldn't right when I did it, but I saw a hole, I saw an angle, and I didn't put my head in the right position. And therefore, I lost that one. So in my head, I lost all 3 fights, even though I got the 1 disqualification. But it still doesn't matter to me because I didn't get my points. I didn't get my submission. I didn't do the things that I wanted to do. So I walked away from this tournament with my tail between my legs and not very happy on this one. Yeah. But I have to sit back and realize it's just another tournament. I'm going to go through this. It's part of the process.
Yeah.
I hate losing. But guess what? That's going to make me go back in and work on the things that I made my mistakes on and just try to get better. I'm a white belt, dude. I'm this much into a huge thing to where I just can't let that affect me and affect me moving forward. So I'll learn from it and I'll get better, and hopefully I'll be able to turn around in December and do that grappling next and just do a better tournament. But I was bummed because this one actually really, really meant something. So
yeah, I mean, dude, at the end of the day, like I said, it's a learning weekend.
It is,
right? It's good to reflect and kind of look back and see where you made your mistakes. And now I'm sure when you go into the gym, you're going to be working on those things.
I am.
Right. So it doesn't happen again. And who knows, now maybe you have to pay a little bit more attention to the gas tank,
right?
Ramping that shit up because
things.
You don't know what could happen in the next tournament. It could be 5 minutes. They could say, hey, we need you to go now again.
Right.
So, I mean, to be honest with me, I think that's good. Like I maybe this is the coach in me talking now, but
probably
I think it's good you got to experience that kind of shit because you rather experience it now than when, let's say next year you're competing in Worlds and now you're faced with the same thing.
I know.
It's an area where you have no experience. You have no. They're like, hey, now you got to go into the next fight. You're like, well, fuck, I just fought. Well, fuck.
Well, it's time to get back at it.
Now it's a little bit.
And we've
too
had
late.
this conversation where it's like, if guys keep winning and winning, and they never lose, and then all of a sudden they lose that fight later on, it's such a huge letdown for them, or it's such a huge
100%.
Event in their life that they're not used to, that they don't know how to handle it. Right. So part of this, I'm thinking of that is, shit, I'd rather lose now when I'm new at this.
Right.
And learn from those mistakes and understand what it feels like to lose, to then be able to go in. And now that I know what losing feels like, when the winning actually happens, it just makes it that much sweeter and that much better.
Yeah. And it's the same reason why Khabib avoids me, right? He doesn't want to lose that. He doesn't want to lose that undefeated streak. That's why he avoids me at all costs.
29-0, not
Saw
30.
him in San Diego. I stared at him. You look the opposite way. Crazy.
It's crazy. You didn't know who you were. That's insane. So disappointing. I want you to be out there for the next one when it comes to big time.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, but one of my other guys, Ryan, shout out to you, brother. He won his division, and since he won his division, they moved him into all around, and so he won his division and he won all around gold. So he got double champ on that. Amazing. And it was blue. Crazy. It was blue and purple belt, and he's a blue belt.
Oh wow.
And he beat a purple belt in the final.
Did he level up?
Oh, big time. Yeah, well, he did not get his purple belt.
Oh, okay.
Did not get his purple belt. He has Worlds coming up at the end of this year, so he's going to compete in Worlds as a blue belt.
He'll probably get it then.
And then once he's done competing in Worlds, then most likely they'll step him up because, bro, he's a purple belt for sure. He's almost so good that he's a brown belt, but he is for sure a purple belt.
That's super sick.
Yeah.
Love hearing that shit.
I know. So well done, Ryan.
Good job, Ryan. Shout out to 10 Planet.
Yeah, 10 Planet.
10 Planet.
10 Planet Poway, 10 Planet Freaks.
10 Planet. Big shout out. Big shout out to City Boxing. Love you guys too. Baruch, Coach Baruch. Hey. All right. Well, with that being said, guys, like we said, make sure you guys tune in. UFC 309 taking place this weekend in Madison Square Garden.
MSG.
Now, Cariss, before I say anything, You want to say, leave us with any last words?
Thank you guys for paying attention. Thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for watching. We love everybody out there. Thank you. See you next week.
The MMA game is out.
See you at MSG. Woo!
Chama.